Woman over 27, it's time to sell. If you're a woman over 30, it's time to mark this shit on 50% off. If you're over 35, it's time to put that shit on clearance. If you're at 40, it's time to put that shit at the outlet. If you're at 50, Salvation Army.
I'm glad the screen came up on 50 for Kevin Samuels on his face. Who got the last laugh, Kevin? Who got the last laugh? He's talking about a woman's worth decreasing. I mean, rewind that if you need to hear it. It's disgusting and misogynistic enough. Something about when you're 30, 50% off, your outlet store, this, that, and the other, over 50, Salvation Army. He never got a chance to put himself in the Salvation Army because he's dead. He's dead. He's dead. That's inappropriate. He died in the arms of a plus-size prostitute with a big fupa under her belt. 57-year-old Kittenheels was having chest pains, collapsed atop the girl. The girl didn't know what to do. She ran to the front desk, got the defibrillator, called 911. When they came, she said she had met him the night before. This the gal that saw, look, punch your belly. I mean, listen. Remember he was talking about size 2s? Look, this is the girl right there. This is what I'm saying. See, all this cake right here. Zoom in the screen. Not only was there ass for days, but there was stomach for weeks. She has the fupa, and I'm not fat shaming because you all know me. I got my fupa too. I got my fupa, right? But I'm not the one over there telling you all to go for skinny minis while I'm getting drowned, while I'm at the bakery, throwing my face under cakes. Listen. People tried to pretend as if it was another girl, but that wasn't her. I showed you the video. Just search through. I showed you her entire thing. The one with the big belly and the fupa, she was the one who posted the 911 call on her Instagram page.
He's turning blue. I cannot wait any longer.
The other one was like, I don't know why people keep saying I know this man. I did not know him.
And so I talked to her and she told me that what DJ Academics is saying is not true. That whoever she talked to was not her. Okay.
So we know who he died with. He died with a plus-size prostitute, estranged from his child since he abandoned her when she was 9.
This is what appears to be an old mugshot of Kevin Samuels. A child support order that the warrant that was apparently filed for the motion against him back in 2007. I looked it up and it's still current of January of this year. It has not been rectified.
And no person who really truly cared about him, a bunch of incels online who used him for schadenfreude. And a woman was there with him who didn't even know the number to his house. Or, sorry, his apartment.
Is this a house or an apartment? Oh my God, I don't fucking know. It's Kevin Samuels. You don't know if it's a house or apartment? Oh, it's an apartment. Okay, what's the apartment number? I know. I just need to give him CPR. Just please, just ask for You need an ambulance? Yes. Okay.
She didn't know the number to the apartment to even tell the ambulance. This is who this 50-year-old man was with.
My bad, 57, nearly 60 years old.
He was with a person who didn't know him, didn't know his information, didn't even know the address to give when worse came to worse. And he was out here giving his advice, and then he had the nerve. This is what I'm saying. She's a plus-size prostitute. While he's telling you one thing, remember, because he was over there telling you women over 35 are throwaways. Meanwhile, he has video footage from before he got famous, talking about how he loves him a good 40-year-old woman.
40-year-old woman? I would take her over a smoking 25-year-old any day. You give me a 40-year-old woman. There's something to be said about a woman who's feminine, got her stuff together, and not still out here in that young stuff.
This is part of the evolution of Kevin Samuels, and I want you to pay attention and look at what it is that you see. Because I had a starter apartment like this when I lived in Atlanta, fresh out of college. Take a look at the walls, the dingy discoloration. Take a look at the door. You see how the door is not flush with the ground? That's because there's no saddle threshold under there. Look, there are no floorboards around, creating the aesthetic of money, right? Take a look at how he's crunched inside the corner, because I also had an apartment when I lived in Harlem. It was it was a closet, and I had to be crunched up in a small area like that as well. Take a look to the left of his hand where that tie or whatever is draped. That is a doorknob. His desk is up against a wall or a closet or some sort of opening with a doorknob. This is not money, but he's sitting here in this three-piece suit. It's a nice suit. I don't know about the fit because he's sitting down. You see the microphone and all of the equipment is still in its earlier stages. I just want you to pay attention, because this was the message that he was giving before he started making money. What was it that made him start making money? Pay attention. Oh, and before I forget, the carpet. That in and of itself says enough. I mean, there's no hardwood floors. Listen, dust mites. This isn't luxury.
And a lot of times guys don't want to hear that truth. We just don't. If I come on here talking about, female nature, such and so forth, and if I would start bashing women or talking noise, oh man, the likes and everything will go through the roof.
So he was very well aware of what it is that he was doing. And just take a look at him, huddled inside his car from his daytime job, making a video hurriedly, skinny as all get out. Because remember, at this point in 2017, he was more than 10 years behind in arrears on his child support. Remember, he had tried to get his child support lowered because he was working at Office Depot, not making enough money, before he switched over to trying to hawk and sell perfumes and try to give perfume reviews on YouTube. Listen.
Welcome to the channel where fashion meets fragrance. My name is Kevin Samuels. In today's video, we have a doozy.
By this time, he was trying anything to see what would work.
This one is spectacular. Like these kind of videos? Cool. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel.
Listen to the humility. You can tell that he's new.
Show your boy some love.
Remember, he would buy the bottles, do the review, and then he kept returning the bottles until the store turned on him.
Please don't.
I'm recording myself.
He did this with sunglasses. He did this with candles that he would burn and use, but mainly it was with male perfumes.
Store, but literally he buys stuff and returns it the same day or the next day.
What?
Every fucking day. It's ridiculous. It's so annoying. And we're trying to find a way to ban him from buying stuff in our store. So I was like, what the fuck? Who is it? I'm like, is it Kevin Samuels? They're like, yeah. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this. I can't believe he's actually getting to the employees. All the employees hate him there and know him there.
The staff at Bloomingdale's Atlanta were trying to figure out a way to ban Kevin Samuels from their store because he was harassing them and begging for free cologne and then buying stuff and returning it the same day. Keep in mind, the Hermes store in Atlanta, they said that Kevin Samuels was outside panhandling, bothering their customers.
She wants to call security, so I stuck her foot in her mouth. She wants to call security.
Kevin Samuels didn't say anything until he found something that stuck. And he gave bad advice that he himself didn't even take, and he set men up to be the ones to die alone.
To post this man's clip inside of a video about women's ages when Black men are not living like that. Women help men live longer. Other than that, they're dropping like flies, especially Black men. So that was the part that was really stupefying to me about this.
Be a part of the live show with thousands of other viewers. Go to TonyaTKO.com/text and join the text notification squad and get a text whenever I go live. Support the show and yourself, and I'll see you on the next live broadcast.